I think Europe has responded tremendously. The amount of measures that have been taken and put into place has been extraordinary and unprecedented. We see LNG import terminals in Germany being developed quicker than anyone thought possible. We see consumption measures being put into place. We see a ramp up of solar and wind power. But still, the challenge is immense also going forward, and we need to work together to be able to limit the consequences of this energy crisis as much as possible.
And for Norway, though, because Norway has emerged as a now top supplier of gas and one of the major suppliers of crude oil, has this crisis presented an opportunity for Norway?
I think I want to be very clear on the fact that the energy crisis is not a good thing for Norway. It hits our neighbors, our allies extremely hard, and it also affects the Norwegian energy system through the effects it has on electricity prices, affecting households, businesses in Norway. So we want to work together with our neighbors, our allies, to limit the consequences of this crisis and bring back prices to normal as soon as possible. But it is important to note that the energy landscape in Europe will never be the same, and that the Norwegian continental shelf has become extremely important for the European energy system in the situation here and now, and will be important for many years going forward, because it will be one of the primary resources for oil and gas into the European energy system also going forward.
And certainly that echoes what other people tell us in the space, and that the landscape has permanently changed. Andreas, there was a lot of concern, say, around October, November last year, that this was going to be a really tricky winter for Europe, and that European consumers would really struggle to get the energy that they needed and at an affordable price. And here we are, it's almost April. Europe has managed to make it through the winter without a serious strain or serious speed bumps along the way. But there is concern that next winter things and issues may start arising again because there's going to be more competition over those same sources of energy. What is your read as to how next winter could look like for the European economy?
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, what this winter has shown is that if we prepare together, we can do a lot. We can fill European gas storages. On the Norwegian side, we can ramp up production, delivering extra energy into the European system. But then at the same time, we have been a little lucky with regards to weather, the weather being warmer than what it often is during winter, laying a damp on consumption that has helped the situation. If we get a colder winter next year, we need to be even more prepared. We need to put into place additional measures. Next year can absolutely be a tougher year than this one, but at the same time, we have shown that we can together put in place measures quickly when needed. And now we have extra time to put additional measures into place so that we can, to the best extent possible, make sure that we fill gas storages again and that we have plans ready for a tougher winter next year.
Regarding the point about filling gas storages again, does it complicate things for European nations that China are coming back to market again, and that there is likely going to be a lot of demand coming out of Asia and China going forward?
I mean, on the price side, the price of LNG in the market and the marginal price of LNG will be crucial to determine the cost of which Europe can buy gas. So in that extent, the global market for LNG and Asian demand will have an effect on prices. At the same time, I think it's important that Europe has put into place the coordinated buying mechanism so that they can get a better coordinated buying strategy in place to fill storage levels. That will dampen the price effect somewhat. But absolutely, the global demand and the global demand situation will be crucial for determining prices for LNG and at what cost European gas storages can be filled.